Hey you guys, it is me Laura, and it has been a while since I have updated you. The reality is that over the past few months, this has been a very rough season of homeschooling for us. We have had challenges in figuring out schedule with getting a toddler in the mix. We've had challenges with curriculum. There have been multiple changes, multiple starts that have not worked out. And I feel like we are finally starting to get in a rhythm and routine and get things worked out, at least with Samuel. He is doing really well. We still have a few kinks to work out, but for the most part, that's going well. And we're still kind of finding footing with Timothy and getting him, he is my first grader, getting him into a rhythm and program routine that works really well for him. It has also been a difficult adjustment for me because I have had to let go of a lot of my homeschooling dreams, I guess you could say. And I don't want to say, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure how to word it, but I think we all have this picture in our minds of what homeschool will look like. And it's different for all of us. And I'm finding that the homeschool that I wanted to create for my family is not the homeschool that works with real life. It's not the homeschool that works with their learning styles. It is not the homeschool that really works for us. And so I've had to really let go of a lot of things, and I've had to reconsider and relearn. And it has been a bit of a challenge, but I feel like we're kind of headed in the right direction. And it'll probably take me about a month more before I'm doing any kind of real solid updates with curriculum and what's going on. Part of why I haven't been posting is because I have felt a lot of shame, and I think that that's something that needs to be discussed in the homeschooling community. Now, some of you will feel like, what? Why is she feeling shame for this? And others of you will be, well, yeah, it's wrong. But I've noticed that people in the homeschool community tend to have one or two approaches or styles or ways of tackling homeschool, and anything else is inferior and less than. And in my own circle, I'm surrounded a lot by more laid-back unschoolers, child-led type stuff, and you can tell from my channels previously that that is a lot of what I have been focusing on. And while I still really like to include my kids and have them be a huge part of education, I'm finding, especially for my oldest, he needs structure. He does a lot better with a more traditional approach in a very non-conventional way. And for him, we are actually doing mostly BJU Press distance learning, which is kind of like school at home, which I never ever thought I would do. And especially with him. But the thing is he has ADHD, very hyperactive, and I always classed his hyperactivity and need for movement with hands-on learning, like a lot of kinesthetic and manipulative stuff, but that's actually not how he learns. He gets really frustrated with manipulatives. He hates playing games. He gets really, really frustrated with this kind of stuff. And it's just kind of taken me a while to understand that. The thing is that he has to be in constant motion, though, to keep his brain occupied enough to really process the lessons and process what he's doing. He also gets bored really easily. So any mastery-based program just doesn't work for him, whether it's phonics, whether it's English, whether it's math. He needs a program that introduces a subject and then moves on and then comes back to it over and over again, or else he gets bored. And he also needs the repetition, because while he'll grasp a concept, learning facts and learning memorization type stuff just takes an awful lot of drill for him. And this is not how I learned. This is not how, when you read a lot of homeschooling stuff, that this is the type of learning that a lot of times is discouraged. But for him, it works really well. So, for example, and I'll see if he will be okay with me inserting a clip here, but right now we have him set up with the math and English especially. We're doing a few others that we're working out, but math and English distance learning from BJU Press. And I recently broke my laptop. So when I got another one, we were fortunate enough to get a free set of Beats Bluetooth noise canceling headphones with them, and we'd been looking at some noise canceling headphones. They're really expensive, but these are really nice ones. And because they're Bluetooth, he can watch his lesson, listen to his lesson, and be moving all around the house, going, moving as much as his body needs to. And he's not distracted by anything else going on because he can't hear what's going on in the house. And it has been so good for him, so good. And he loves it, and he is just really thriving. And it's taken me a couple weeks. Like, I felt guilty, like, oh, I'm not being the one doing his lesson. This isn't real life, hands-on. This isn't, all the things that I had pictured. But this is what he needs, and this is how he's thriving. So he's doing super well with that. We're also doing BJU English, which he loves and is thriving. It's a very similar kind of approach, and he's doing amazing. We do make adaptations because he has dysgraphia, so writing can be difficult, so we make adaptations there. I sit down with him, make sure he's understanding the lesson and picking up what he needs. He's also doing handwriting with BJU Press, which has been really, really good for him. It's just the right amount, and his handwriting and fine motor skills are improving with that, which is super great. And he's also, we're still kind of struggling with spelling. We're still figuring that one out, trying to figure out what's the best there. He's been, for reading, we just made a switch, which has been, this has only been a week that we've been doing this. It's been, I ditched reading, any reading curriculum, and he reads for 15 minutes a day, and then, or 20 minutes. He wanted me to increase the time, actually set a timer for 20 minutes, and he reads. And then he tells me about what he read, and once a week, all of us will get together and have what's called a reading roundtable. And so I'll share about things I've been reading through the week, things that I think they'll like. They share with me what they've been reading or have been read to, what their favorite stuff is. And this has been also a huge change in our homeschool, and I can go over that. Again, I'll go over all of this a little bit more, but these have all been things that we've been doing. There's been a lot of changes, and I feel like just kind of working through this has been good. I was really excited about what I was doing with Timothy, but I think I'm kind of having to backtrack, and we're still working things out with him. And I'll share all of that with you. One thing that is still working really, really well for him is math lessons for a living education. He's really thriving in that right now. So I don't intend to change that anytime soon, but we're still struggling with his phonics and reading program, finding something that works for him. And it's frustrating that it's this long, hard process, but I think we're kind of on the right track. It's taken some time of really listening to his needs and trying to adjust my expectations and trying to balance his needs with reality. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
So what do you think of BJU Press and doing your videos?
It's great, except for English. I hate it. I hate spelling.
Yeah, you don't like spelling. English is your favorite.
English.
Yeah. Yeah, so spelling, we're still kind of working out some kinks and trying to figure out how to make that work. But are we getting closer with spelling? Is it getting better?
Way better.
So we've still got a few adjustments to make, but we're getting there and working on it. So that is kind of where I've been. I haven't shared because I have felt so lost and like we're still figuring stuff out. I haven't known what to share. But I felt like it was important to jump on here because I think we all kind of go through little hiccups and times in our homeschool when things are not going well, when we have to completely recalibrate what our plans were, what we have in mind. Don't do that, buddy. But that's okay. Like, that's part of the journey. And the goal is not that our homeschool look a certain way. Like, for me, lots of read alouds and lots of family subjects and lots of hands-on learning and really laid-back schedule. Like, that just doesn't seem to be working for our family. And that's okay. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with our homeschool. It doesn't mean I'm doing anything wrong. So over the next couple of weeks, we're still going to be figuring things out. And once I feel like we've really got things to a reasonable place where I'm confident that this is what we're going to be doing throughout the rest of the year, I will share with you guys again. And like I said, I know this has been a little bit of a roller coaster, but I think it's kind of important to share this because I think we see a lot of times people who seem to have it all together, seem to know what they're doing, seem really confident in their homeschooling, and everything seems to be going well. But I don't think anybody has that kind of journey all the time. I think it's pretty normal to have these periods and seasons of adjustment and really just trying to figure it all out. So that is where we are. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I look forward to coming back and sharing with you more in depth what I'm doing with each of the kids as we get it a little bit more sorted out. And I'm excited because I think we're on the right track. So I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully it won't be so long. Let me know if there's any videos that you would like to see in the meantime as we continue to sort all of this out. It's been a little bit of a mess, but I'm happy to share whatever is helpful for you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.